love when you lose connection. I was giving this whole speech about all of these 3D interactive things that they have, and I didn't realize I was not recording. I have to say it all again. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me tell you, they are selling out of a lot of their stuff. So a lot of their books and 3 of their posters, the human body, the solar system, and something else, were all sold out. The one that I got to play with was the world one with the wonders, the ancient wonders. That, because I was looking at it last year for social studies. It is fun. The kids would love it, and it's not that expensive. And it's pretty good size too. So these posters are really great, and the books and the puzzles. And they have this one puzzle. It's a 3D interactive picnic. And I was thinking of ways that you can tie it in with other stories. And I know our 2nd grade does a story that has something to do with watermelons and watermelon seeds and sharing and stuff. And I thought that would be a great tie-in for that story, to have this interactive picnic. And wouldn't that be fun for little guys? Who is selling out? The Pop Art Toys. If you go on their page, they have a whole bunch of things that they have, and they're sold out of them. So like there's like 3 or 4 of their posters sold out. The solar system one sold out, which would be the one I would like to have. And then they have a lot of their books that are sold out. Another company that has Augmented books is out of the UK. They have like iStorm, iDinosaur. Now, if I leave to go get the link, I might crash again. So I'll tell them, and then I'll put them in the chat after we're done recording, okay? And I got them on Amazon. I got all the books, and I left them in my classroom, or I would show them to you. But they have iDinosaur, iSolar System, iStorm, and there's 4 of them. iDinosaur, iStorm, iSolar System. Now I can't think of the other one. Yes, buy them on Amazon. Always look on Amazon, because you can always find things there. But they have interactive augmented pages in these books, and you have to download the app for that book. And then it has these blue boxes, and then you scan that, and you get additional content within the book. So the solar system one was really cool. They have U.S. capitals and presidents. Yes, they have a map for the U.S. capitals and presidents that is augmented. And also the ancient wonders, the periodic table, the solar system, the human body, and there was another one, and those 3 were sold out. So if you can find them on Amazon, awesome. But look for, the company is called Pop AR Toys. Okay, so, and then they have, that company has the interactive books, maps, and they also have puzzles, which are really great and really fun. I would like to really have all of it. The other company, let me think, iStorm. Oh. Nope, that's not it. I should always bookmark all these things. iStorm. It is by... it's not telling me the publisher was out of the UK. iSolar System, iStorm, iScience. That was the 4th one. Hopefully I didn't crash. Anybody still here? Yes, their app only works with their products or AR projects. So the books are Ice Storm, iScience, iDinosaur, and iSolar System. And you can get them on Amazon. Okay, and Peggy wanted to know, how is the Million Challenge going? And I want to say it is going amazing. We started it in the middle of October 2015. We are at January 2016, and we have almost 400,000 kids using augmented reality that's recorded. I know there's more than that because people don't fill out the form and tell me that they're using it, but I know recorded it's getting really close to 400,000. So we're getting close to the halfway mark, reaching 1 million kids with augmented reality. So I appreciate the teachers trying it out and letting their kids try it out, because once you try it, it's really hard not to love it. I mean, it's so amazing, all the possibilities that you can do with augmented reality in education, between the interactive books that you can get now, the maps, the stuff that teachers can make, and the stuff that I'm making, like the interactive games for the little guys. It's engaging, and it brings the world to your classroom. You can bring the solar system into your classroom, and kids can really get a good idea in of the planets. It's so much fun to look at it three-dimensionally than it is to look at it on a computer screen or looking at it on a piece of paper or through a picture or in a textbook. Let's pop those babies out, spin them around, let kids see the size difference and compare Mars to Earth and compare Pluto to all the other planets, and talk about why Pluto is no longer considered actual planet and it's a dwarf planet. Those open up those conversations that maybe we wouldn't have before, because kids can actually now grasp it. They can see it. Can you tell I like augmented reality? They can grasp it and really get a better understanding about what's the world around them. It is great news, Peggy. Yes, and I wish I could be in every classroom. I wish I could be at every school. I wish I could be a coach for everyone that wants to. So the best way I can do it is through social media. Connect with me, ask me questions, ask for help. That's the only way I can help you. I wish I could be there physically, but I live in the middle of nowhere in Kansas and surrounded by wheat fields and cows and wind farms. And I have to drive 90 miles to go to a mall and Target and Starbucks. So feel sorry for me. Reach out. I can also do Hangouts. I can Skype. Hangouts are easier than Skyping. If you have questions, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask. And let your kids explore it and let them try it. They can grasp it so much easier than our older minds, and they can see things that we can't. And they could teach us a few things. I know my 6-year-old daughter has taught me so much. We play a game together, Heyday, and she figured out things on it and I had, wouldn't even thought about doing. So yeah, they figure it out. You don't have to show them. You don't have to hold their hand and walk them and say, step 1, do this, step 2, do this. Give it to them, let them explore. That's how we learn, is by playing, exploring, trying. You cannot break this. It will not crash and burn. It is something that, is meant to be explored and is meant to be played with. So feel free to reach out anytime. Seriously. One of those AR companies needs to you tell them that. Hey, tell them to hire me so I can do this full time. I would love that. Um, I would love to create stuff for them and reach out and train teachers. I try, Peggy. I really do. I try to reach out as much as possible. Sometimes I think I overdo it. I feel like I'm hounding, but oh, just hang with me. We have lots of fun. Am I recording now? It says recording. So yay, we're back. I am a high-end user for Cox internet, and we have like the most that you can give for residential without getting fiber optics in here. So most of the time I have awesome service, and we're streaming and creating stuff all the time, and every once in a while, I don't know, I must like overdo it, I guess. Okay, so I'm the tool that should great service, but weather can affect it. Yes, weather can affect everything. I am so cold in my house. We had my mother-in-law for Christmas got my son one of those electric blankets, not for the bed, but one for like lounging around with. So I've commandeered his blanket. So hopefully I don't start shivering too much when I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so back to AR, sorry. Yes, you do not need them in Arizona. I'm so jealous. I wish I could be in warmer weather. I told my husband I'd love to be in Florida or Arizona or somewhere nice and warm all the time. Doesn't happen. Okay, so augmented reality. Okay, Peggy, you're keeping me off the topic. No, yeah, you would freeze coming to Kansas right now, man. If it would rain, it would be ice, and we're below freezing. I think today the high was like 34 total degrees, so it was cold and windy, which doesn't help. Okay, so off of weather, back to augmented reality and education. There's so much that you can do now. When I started in augmented reality about 4 years ago, there was like one or two companies, and they were just starting to realize the impact. And it was mainly for advertising, and a lot of it is for advertising now. So you'll, I think Blip Bar has a campaign now for the Lucky Charms. So if you scan the Lucky Charms with the Blip Bar app, something wonderful happens. There's, I know Legos have their boxes. Some of them are augmented, and you can scan it, and you'll get the 3-dimensional of whatever Lego character is supposed to be on there. So there are tons of companies seeing how powerful and how engaging augmented reality is, and some of them are starting to want to get into education, and they need to, because there's so much going out there in the world that our kids need to be prepared to be able to use and create this content. So we need to introduce it to them now. I always reference Boeing as using augmented reality, and it's a huge airplane company, and we actually, it's in Wichita, in Kansas. Part of it is, and they're using it to train their employees, because it just makes them more effective and makes them more efficient and makes them faster because they're grasping what they need to know in order to do their job. So that we need to take that concept and bring it into the classroom. And other companies are like IKEA and some other companies are using augmented reality to showcase their products so that the consumer can try it out at home virtually and see if it's going to work and if they like it or like the color. And it also saves that company money so that they don't have to have displays. They don't have put a lot of money into displays. They can just say, hey, take our catalog, scan this, try it out. And it saves the company so much more money that way as well, and also brings the product into the home for the consumer. So our kids need to be aware of what's going on, and they need to learn how to use it because it's not going to go away. Like they said, 30 years ago when they started computers, yeah, this is just a gimmick. I remember the very first computer that came into the classroom, or it wasn't our classroom, it was our library. We had one computer for the entire building, and it was an Apple IIe, green screen. You had to program it all. I spent many hours on that thing learning how to make it. I wanted to know how it worked, and it just fascinated me. So that was my start into tech. I think I was in like the second grade. So yeah, it's not going to go away. And I'm totally out of second grade now and, have a kid graduating, going off to college in the fall. And he's going into computer science. So the apple did not fall very far from the tree. Okay, so Peggy goes, where do you get your ideas for AR projects? I get my ideas for AR projects from other teachers. I ask teachers what they would like to see in their classroom, and then I try to make it happen. Very good question, Peggy. Sorry, I just saw it over there. Okay, so we got off the weather there. Yes, blowing does, they're training. I wish I could see it, but that's a huge company. They're not going to let a teacher like me see what, how they're training. But they have their content instead of paper, just giving the people paper or giving them an iPad with the PDF on it. They're giving them augmented enriched content to train them on the job that they need to do. So if it's building a wing to the certain specs, I'm sure it's like a 3D model with the measurements, and they can spin it so that the people can actually see, or maybe see the different pieces that go into the wing. That's how I envision it. Maybe one of these days they'll let me sneak peek and see what they're doing. And I hear that they're doing other things augmented as well. So I can't wait to see what they do. And they're just down the road for me. So maybe they might, invite me over and say, hey, let's talk augmented reality. Okay. You gave your kids Google Cardboard for Christmas? Oh, I bet they're going to love you forever. Okay, so hands-on training. You start with an Apple IIc. I have the E. Green screen, baby. Little tiny green screen. His terrible logo. That was before me. You're one step ahead of me. Okay. I could advise them. I would love to be, I would love to just be with companies and see where they're going and maybe give them some help. But we'll see. We'll see what path I go down. I do have a Facebook page, a Diary of a Techie Chick. I do not really share out my personal Facebook page. But I do have one called Diary of a Techie Chick. It's a Facebook page, and people can post questions there. They can also contact me that way. as well, or through Twitter or through Instagram or through my website. I've given all these doors that people can knock on, and I will answer. I try to inspire, Peggy, so thank you for noticing. $19.80. I want to say we got ours. I would have been $19.85. So you had the newer, you had an earlier model. Okay, well, are there any other questions? You might have had the original model. Oh, actually, I think the original model came out in the 70s. That they built in their garage. Any questions or any suggestions? I'm always open to suggestions. No more questions. Okay, explore my blog. Enjoy. There's some lessons on there. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out and connect with me. I'm here to help you as much as I can. Yes, I get excited when other teachers share stuff. I have a teacher friend sharing the stuff that she's using for coding. It's exciting. She does it for little guys, 3rd grade and 4th grade, and I want to do it for 7th and 8th grade. So I need to bump it up a grade level or two. But since it's introduction, it may just work just perfect. So yes, when teachers share, it's awesome because then we can connect and help each other. Okay, next time we will have our lab in 2 weeks on the 20th. So you'll need to join us then. It's a special day on the 20th. So you'll want to join us on the 20th and bring your party hat. We'll have our AR for Learning Twitter chat next Thursday, and then on the 4th Thursday of January too. So I can't quite tell the days, but I do post all of the dates in our community. So always check the community for days and times of our labs and our Twitter chats. Yes, special day on the 20th. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, Peggy and Stormy, for keeping the entertainment alive and talking with me. Good. I try to put the remind messages through, so that's awesome that you're getting them. Yes, I would forget too if I didn't do it. Okay, until next time. See ya. Have a great night and a great week and a great weekend.